So this is part 3 of my review of episode 4 of Penny Dreadful City of Angels. When we left off, I was showing you this scene with the Nazi Gestapo bodyguard confronting and obviously kissing Councilman Townsend. Now, what precluded this is what you'll see now. So this is the hotel where Councilman Townsend has his gay love affairs, his gay romps, as you will, with gay prostitutes. And of course, an argument ensues because Councilman Townsend shortchanges them and doesn't give them the amount of money he said he was going to give them. And as Councilman Townsend attempts to leave, he is followed none other than the Nazi bodyguard driver slash Gestapo by the name of Kurt. Now, this is all a ruse because Alex, who's Councilman Townsend's assistant, already knows his proclivities and is eventually going to use this against him. So, as Kurt, the Nazi bodyguard, seduces Townsend and disrobes him and have their own gay romp, you see a cameraman filming behind a two-glass mirror. And right behind the cameraman is none other than Alex, the devil woman herself, Magda, Rio, Alex, you see here, and she is also Elsa. Here you see Mateo, who goes to the Crimson Cat Club to get some counseling from Rio and the Zoot Suiter Fly Rico. And I paused it here so you can take a look. If you watched my previous filming location video, you see the Crimson Cat Club. That looks exactly like the building I showed you in Highland Park, which is now being utilized as a council member's office. And as I mentioned before, Highland Park and the surrounding neighborhood and buildings often have these older turn of the century buildings that are often utilized in films. And if anybody knows Highland Park, you know this is in the corner of Figueroa and Avenue 56. So this is where the episode kind of starts hitting its peak and its climax. As you see in the foreground, Rio, Fly Rico, and on the left-hand corner, you see Mateo. They're all discussing what they're going to do about Officer Riley. And you can only imagine by the previous episode, episode 3, these kids are not going to lay down and let someone take advantage of them. So later on that night, two things happen simultaneously. Here you see Detective Louis Mitchner being abducted, while in the other part of town, you have Fly Rico break down the door where Officer Riley is hiding. And I say hiding because he has these sexual proclivities for molesting and sexually taking advantage of these young Mexican girls in a fictional town called Sonora Town. And you see Mateo to your left, next to him Rio, who's also the devil woman in disguise, and you see on the right hand side his name is Diego, and he was the kid, if you remember, the Officer Riley was beating up earlier in the episode. And here on your right also you see Rico looking on. So at this point they confront him, uh, and now they realize at this point that they have to do something because now Officer Riley could pinpoint all of them and put them all together. And of course, Rio, being the devil woman, makes another suggestion, as she previously did in the first 3 episodes. She infiltrates any group, any subculture in the city, and she wants to bring havoc. So, of course, in true form, while Fly Rico is handing him a switchblade, Rio is whispering to his ear, convincing him that he has to do something, right? He has to hide who they are. And spoiler alert here, by encouraging him to kill Officer Riley. And of course, the Devil Woman succeeds in just bringing that evil into Mateo.